Hi, this is Tom from Infinity Bricks and welcome to another LEGO Marvel Superheroes review for Spider-Man Web Warriors Ultimate Bridge Battle. Straight off the bat I want to say I'm so impressed with this set. It's a fantastic collector's set. It's great for Marvel fans, it's great for kids, it's great for display, it's great for the minifigures. There is so much going on. You can see that there's lots of action sequences, you've got webs everywhere, different types of spider characters, villains, taxis coming off the bridge, you've got destruction. It's awesome. All the little thumbnails on the back of the box show all the different types of action features there are, and I'll go through those with you. It's amazing to get a set that has so much activity but also looks really good, and it hasn't compromised the look of the set at all. The figures are fantastic as well. Some of these figures I don't know the characters for, but a lot of them are classics, and it's brilliant. It's brilliant to see those. So yeah, let's get this built. Let's have a look in closer detail. So this set has a ton of play features. I'm just going to whiz through them all just to give you a quick insight into what they do. The signs on the bridge, if you knock them, they can be bent over, they can rotate and twist, so it's great to just have a character like the Green Goblin fly through and break through. There's a trapdoor on the bridge, you just put a character on there and they fall down. They fall into this area where Spider-Man has set up a camera, which is there to capture the villain and pass that on to the Daily Bugle. You've got the taxi that crashes off the side of the bridge, and there's a web there just underneath just to catch him. That looks great on display. Looking through the bridge, you have traffic lights on either side, but they also are a play feature in themselves. If you rotate the Technic piece on the front, you see that the walls fall down and break. You've got a net at the top that you push the top of the flag and it catches villains at the bottom. There is a catapult piece at the end of the bridge where you can put a trash can on and knock over a character. There's a segment of the bridge at the top where you can place a character and you push in a button and it knocks them down and they can swing. So if you attach the web in the right places, you can have that character swing down, and that can come from different angles and different sides. As well as having Spider-Man's area under the bridge, you also have Kraven the Hunter's area, and he's got a computer terminal and it shows the location of where Spider-Man is because he's hunting him down. He also has a spear piece in there, so he can put his gun away and get his spear out. You can open up an area on the side where he has a crate full of diamonds. All throughout this set there are so many Easter eggs. You've got a nod to the character of the Vulture, who's in another set in this wave. So you've got nest eggs on top. You've got stickers all the way throughout. Looking under the bridge, there's 4 big stickers. Daily Bugle, the hunt is on. So there's a picture of Kraven. Who is the clone? There's a big comic series based on that. A continuation on that in red, it says which one is which. I wouldn't be surprised if the designers of this set have included their initials within some of this graffiti on the sides. Have you seen this man? Picture of the Scorpion. Graffiti piece for Spider-Man's face with the PP plus GS in a heart, which Peter Parker and Gwen Stacy. A wanted poster for the Green Goblin, wanted for terrorising the city. The Daily Bugle, Spider Menace threatens city. On the bridge you have a tile with a sticker on it that says 1962, which I believe is when Spider-Man first got introduced. On the signs on the bridge you've got the airport and downtown area, Daily Bugle, 6 miles away. This set is surprisingly big, there is so much space on it. The details I really like. I love the fact that you've got this combination of dark and light grey, smooth pieces and studded pieces. It is unashamedly a Lego set. It hasn't tried to smooth it all up, you know, and I do like that from time to time. I like these smoother sets, but actually I really do also appreciate the ruggedness of this set. They really have done a great job with the build of this. This bridge has been built in a way that you could connect 2 bridges together. It has a Technic piece on one end that you can connect 2 of the bridges if you wanted to make a really long, nice display set. The broken end, I really like that. I like what they've done. You've got little ends, broken pipes and little pieces of tarmac which have broken off. And that's really interesting, and I think that will work really well with one of the other play sets that got released in this wave. The one figure that I was looking forward to in this set is the Green Goblin. To me, the Green Goblin is like the Joker to Batman. He's such an interesting character. That bright pink and green together look amazing. Even if you look at the characteristic of his face, there's a very Joker-esque look about him. He's holding a flaming pumpkin, the same flame that's on Ghost Rider. It's interesting to see it on this piece, and I'm loving that satchel. If you look at the print details on the front and the back, they're very simplistic, but that's because they're based on the comics, and you've got a nice print detail on the arm. And this is what his second face looks like. I'm really digging that purple handbag. I think it looks brilliant. We also get Aunt May. She has a purple scarf. The detail of that scarf is also on the back, and she has two faces, a happy face and her scared face. So this is the Scarlet Spider. You can see he has metallic print on the front on his belt and on his arms. He also has that spider printing on the front. On the back, if you take the hood off, the print detail also includes the printed hood. So if you wanted to take off this hood and use it on another character, you could. They used the same head for Spider-Girl as they did for the Scarlet Spider. It would have been nice to have had different printing on the head, particularly because she's got no printing detail at all on the legs. Here's a look at Kraven the Hunter. Fantastic menacing character. I'm really liking the fur collar and the print detail on the front, the lion face and the teeth around the neck. It looks absolutely brilliant. The print detail on the belt's really good with the zebra printing and the leopard printing on the legs. He also comes with a built-up rifle. He has two faces. He has his angry face and his, I'm not quite sure, face. This is a great figure and I'm sure the fans are going to love this. Scorpion is another classic comic character. He has rib printing on the front and on the back and over his face, but no print detail on the legs. Looking at it from the side, you can see how big that scorpion tail is. A little bit unusual that they use that clear piece. I do like the piece, I think it's very useful for a lot of things, but if that was in green, obviously for me that would just fit a lot better. But overall, I think it's great. I love that tail. He looks really dangerous. And oh yes, of course, as you've guessed it, we have Spider-Man again and again and again, and he keeps coming back with the same print detail. Oh well, never mind, we've got another one to look forward to very shortly. This is a look at the Goblin's glider. Very simple. It's got the stud shooters on the front, it's got the two wings on the side and the flame at the back. It looks great with the Goblin on. I think it's a really nice size. It's very similar to the Hobgoblin build, just not as thick as that, but a very similar sort of structure, particularly the front with the horns. But you couldn't have the Green Goblin without his glider. Strangely, we get a police court bike without a character to drive this. The main feature for this is that it breaks in two. The way it's connected, it's very easy to separate and put back together. That just adds to the sort of destructive element that you can see around the set. I love the taxi build. It's only 4 thirds wide, so you can only get one character in it, but I do like the look of it. I like the way it's being built up, particularly on the back. I like the way the pieces are at different angles in order to get that structure and that shape. It's very sort of cartoony as well, that big sort of bubble on the top and that sort of lower base. The wheels are very simple, proportionately it doesn't look right, but I think it's got a lot of character and it's lots of fun. Again, there isn't really a figure for this, but you could have Aunt May in it. It could be as if she was in the taxi that crashed, but where the taxi driver is, who knows. Maybe we could use the zombie taxi driver from the Ghostbusters HQ set. Wow, there's been a ton of stuff to get through in this set. It is a fantastic piece. There is so much space on this bridge. If you've got other characters from the other sets, they would easily fit on this set. There's so much space. If you wanted to get a Hulkbuster on there, the Hulk on there. You also have the areas underneath the bridge, so you can store some characters in there. Maybe Spider-Man has captured a few villains and you can put some of those villains underneath. You've got Kraven the Hunter, so you can have him underneath. You could have the Ghost Rider on there, you could have his bike on there, you could bring in the Hobgoblin and have him also flying around the bridge and causing chaos. You've got a big Dr. Octopus mech, that would fit in as well. There's the Vulture character who could go on top of the bridge. This is brilliant, it's a great piece. There is so many Easter eggs. I'm sure there's so much more that I haven't covered. From a price point of view, $89.99, that's pounds in the UK, I believe it's $99 in the US. I think it's great value. For what you get visually, with all the characters that you get and everything that's gone into this, I just think it's a really good price for that. As a display piece, it's excellent. You do need a little bit of space, you need a bit of breathing room for it, but if you can get it out on display, it's incredible. The characters, all the figures are good. There isn't really one figure in there. The only real disappointment I guess I had was that Spider-Girl and the Scarlet Spider shared the same head. I thought they could have done something different on each one of those, but you know, that's a small thing. I'm not really going to worry too much about that because we do have individual prints on both those torsos. I think this is the best Goblin that I've seen released in the Lego sets. And it's great to have Kraven the Hunter. You know, to have somebody who's such a powerful character, you know, that can hunt down the Spider-Man. When I look back at the Spider-Man sets that have been released over the years, there was another bridge battle scene that was part of the Spider-Man movie sets. This is just another league. From what I've seen of all the other Spider-Man sets, this is definitely the best one that I've seen. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for future content, and very shortly I'll be putting up a review of all 3 sets together and how they all work together. See you again soon.